Okay, will you be my Valentine?
No, I'm good.
This week we're talking about Image variant covers for Planned Parenthood, the end of Marv Wolfman's Raven, and Disney and Marvel's diversity campaign. All this and more on Comics Verse Weekly Comic News Show.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Image Comics put out a press release this week standing in solidarity with Planned Parenthood. Needless to say, in such a political climate, it's comforting to see Image stepping up to celebrate this upcoming Women's History Month by raising money to donate to Planned Parenthood. Each Wednesday in March, specific titles with variant covers will contribute to the donations to Planned Parenthood. The titles that will be included are East of West, Rat Queens, The Wicked and the Divine, and many others. Corey Murphy, director of sales for Image Comics, says he, his team, and many other comic creators felt very strongly about supporting reproductive rights for women.
XMen Comics' new lead writer Mark Guggenheim said that the future of X-Men will be more about the X-Men as heroes than the X-Men as a struggling minority fighting for their very existence. Fan communities and retailers have been resistant to the kind of political storytelling pioneered by Marvel and affirmed during Chris Claremont's X-Men run. But it is a part of the tradition of Marvel as a publisher, so it seems like an odd choice to try to curb the political nature of their historically activist comics.
Luke Cage is no longer the only black superhero on the small screen. A pilot for DC's Black Lightning has officially been ordered by the CW. I know, shocking. The CW picking up a comics show after another network dropped it? Unprecedented. Black Lightning will feature Jefferson Pierce after he's hung up his supersuit, but with a daughter hell-bent on justice and a star student being recruited by a local gang, he'll be pulled back into the fight as the wanted vigilante and DC legend Black Lightning.
I don't know if you've noticed, but one of our writers here is a huge Marv Wolfman fan, so we're sad to say goodbye to his Raven series, the last issue of which comes out this week. The series has been great, with interesting characters and emotionally charged storytelling. The writer wrote that. Wolfman will certainly do a phenomenal job of wrapping up his run. You don't want to miss this issue, or you'll have to wait till May for the trade. It's a great week for LGBTQ superheroes as Batwoman Rebirth 1 hits the stands. Written by James Tynion IV and Marguerite Bennett, the first issue finds Kate Kane's Batwoman leaving the streets of Gotham to pursue a crime syndicate spreading monster venom around the world. The new series will provide readers with vital information about Kate's past, between the time she left the military and when she first took up the Batwoman mantle.
We've seen superheroes, we've seen super friends, and now we're seeing super sons. That's right, DC's newest heroes are also its smallest. Super Sons #1 looks at the lives of Damian Wayne and John Kent as they try to follow in their father's literally earth-shattering footprints. That's a tall order, and it makes us wonder, can the DC universe handle the oncoming storm of super angst?
In other Superman news this week, we got a preview of Superman 18, the first issue of the Superman Reborn story arc, and it looks epic. The story promises to tackle some of the larger questions behind DC's Rebirth as one of Mr. Oz's captives escapes, leaving behind this message, which I have pored over and I still don't know who the captive was. March 1st cannot come soon enough.
Comics Verse sat down with writer Sina Grace to discuss the upcoming Iceman comic debuting this spring. Given the Mutants 2015 coming out, this is a huge step forward in LGBT+ representation. The writer tells us that it's a series focused on Bobby figuring out how to live in his skin. For more on the upcoming release, check out the full interview with the link in the description. Power Man himself, Luke Cage, is getting a new comic series to be released in May. It'll be written by David Walker and illustrated by Nelson Blake II. According to Walker, this version of Cage won't be like the Netflix series and will feature a more mature take on the character.
Meanwhile, Marvel's Disney division, Disney Consumer Products and Interactive Media, will be promoting a campaign championing diversity entitled Marvel Heroes Come in All Sizes, which will encompass comic books, movies, TV, video games, toys, novels, and picture books. A massive campaign promoting diversity in the wake of Guggenheim's comments has us here at Comics Verse confused, but happy. It looks like Marvel fans are getting an early look at the upcoming Captain America event comic, Secret Empire. The series will launch with Zero this April, spanning over 9 issues in total, with rotating artists and controversial writer Nick Spencer. Marvel's executive editor Tom Brevoort told ABC News that the event will be like a big Michael Bay blockbuster!
Sex Criminals is finally back after almost a full year's hiatus. The comic returns involving a new arc with the same over-the-top sexual hijinks. When Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky first collaborated, they called the project a sex comedy. That promise bore the title Sex Criminals, in case you ever wanted theft, sex, and a little something extra in your comic. If you don't know about this cult classic already, definitely check it out and become a fellow brimper. By the way, don't look up what brimping is. Just go read Sex Criminals instead. God Country #2 is coming out this week, and I'm super excited. God Country has quickly become one of my favorite recent comics, so I am extremely biased here, and this does not reflect the opinion of Comics vs. LLC or its subsidiaries, but go buy the second issue as soon as possible, because the first issue was bomb.
Someone long, green, and not so mean is celebrating their 60th birthday this year. No, it isn't the Jolly Green Giant, it's Gumby. With the help of paper cuts, the icon of cool is being brought to comics. Next to nothing is known about the project, but paper cuts did give us ample time to prepare ourselves. Gumby hits shelves July 19th, so get psyched because Big G's coming through. The William Shatner is going to be on My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. He is a self-described brony. His favorite pony is Rainbow Dash. These are just facts. It is literally impossible for me to write a joke about this. Also check out IDW's My Little Pony comics. They're pretty good. We have a new feature for the show called Staff Picks, where we pick the best comics sent to us by the Big Two and more.
This week's picks are Nightwing #15 and Green Lanterns #17. Green Lanterns ends a crossover arc with Batman, and Nightwing has an unforgettable ending.
Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw here, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out comicsverse.com to find podcasts, reviews, interviews, and videos on everything, from comics to movies to television to politics. Check out our socials as well, our Twitter, Facebook, and our Instagram.
This week's question is, in Valentine's Day fashion, if you had to make a crossover romance between comic characters from all publishers, which would you choose and why? As for us, we'd like to see Black Panther and Vixen meet up. With their African backgrounds, culture clash, and American heroes and animal spirit-based powers, we feel like they'd have a lot to talk about. Let us know your answers.
Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, it's Valentine's Day. Love is in the air, and Comics Verse is here to give you that love. So we're part of the love.
I can't do this anymore.
Valentine.
No.
Valentine.